I want to hear more from him. That was hilarious. All right, guys. So getting into the next one, this is also from Secret Jewish Space Laser. Bruce Springsteen, 1987. Harry Chapin tribute. Remember when the music. Let's jump right in, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bruce Springsteen.
I met Harry in 1978. I was in the studio. He was making a record in another studio, and he came smiling up to me and started talking to me. And 20 minutes went by, 30 minutes went by. Talked about everything, with politics, music. I said, he's a nice guy. Next night I came in, Harry comes bounding up, smiling again. Starts talking to me. 30 minutes goes by. So finally, I used to try to hide from him. I'd come in and I asked the secretary if Harry was in the lobby. And I'd sneak in the studio. So we went out to California to mix, and I'm standing on this balcony, third floor of this motel, and I hear, hey. I look down and there's Harry. And he starts talking to me. Talks to me for about 40 minutes, standing down there looking up. He was trying to get me to do something, And he said one thing that I always remembered. He said, gee, I play one night for me and one night for the other guy. And later on, when I was trying to put my music to some pragmatic use, I remembered what he said. Not being bent to extremism, I wasn't as generous as he was, but he's probably laughing right now. Anyway, do this for you. Remember when music came from wooden boxes strung with silver wire? And as we sang, the words would set our hearts on fire to believe in things. And so we'd sing. Remember when the music brought us all together to stand inside the ring.
Yeah, so far this is beautiful. Beautiful way to start a tribute. But yeah, loving the lyrics so far. Love the the easy listening way we came in. Him just on the acoustic. Yeah, very cool to see Baby Bruce. He's young here, man.
He's
maybe
so
like
young.
early 20s.
God.
It says
Charles,
1987, so maybe late 20s.
I don't know, because he's 70 now, right?
I've worked too many hours this week to do any math.
This is probably before like touring your life away. He looks even younger. No stress is a good look. Charles said nobody does a tribute like Bruce. Yeah,
yeah.
Dang, he's like
I mean, we're a minute and a half in, and this is beautiful already.
As good as Harry was at delivering, the music and the comedy at the same time, Bruce knows how to like connect. He really does. Mm-hmm. He's got that. It's charisma. It's charisma in both cases, but just presented very differently. And they've got their niches.
I love the lyrics to this song so far. It's very cool. It's got me thinking. All right, let's jump back in, guys.
And as we joined hands, we'd meet in the refrain, with dreams to live and hope to give. Remember when the music was the best, or what we dreamed of for our children's time. And as we worked, we sang, 'cause we knew time was just a line, gift to save, gift the future gave. Remember when the music was a rock that we could cling to so we'd not despair. And as we sang, we knew we'd hear an echo in the air. And if we weren't smiling, we'd smile again. Yeah, and all the times I listened, and all the times I heard, and all the melodies I'm missing, and all the magic words, all the beautiful voices, and the choices we had then. I hope to find we got those kinds of choices once again. And I remember when Sandy sent me this tape, I listened to it and I said, gee, this is a little on the corny side. And I sat down and I tried to think what the song was about. And I guess there was a time when people felt that music provided you with a greater sense of unity, a greater sense of shared vision and purpose than it does today. In my generation, we were the generation that was going to change the world. Somehow we were going to make it a little less lonely, a little less hungry, a little more just place. But it seems that when that promise slipped through our hands, we didn't replace it with nothing but lost faith. And now we live in times are pretty shattered. I got my music, you got yours. The guy up the street, he's got his. And you could kind of sit back and say, not cynically, but truthfully, well, maybe all men are not brothers. And maybe we won't ever know who or what we really are to each other. But I think Harry instinctively knew that it was going to take a lot more than just love to survive. That it was going to take a strong sense of purpose, a duty, and a good clear eye on the dirty ways of the world. So in keeping his promise to himself, he reminds us of our promise to ourselves. And that tonight, alongside Harry, it's that promise that his spirit would have us remember and honor and recommit to. So, do something, and may his song be sung.
Wow, very well said. This is beautiful. I love how he stopped in the middle like that. Very similar to Chapin, how he was kept stopping and stuff. Obviously not as funny, but one hell of a beautiful tribute. Yeah, great words.
Beautiful tribute, but also like
Looks good for 37 too, right?
Yeah. What was the line? Just make the world a little less hungry. It's like it doesn't take a whole lot. Yeah, I feel like they try to divide us like all you could be like I like rock, you like country, but I do. I feel like music totally unifies people. If you're honest, I don't know how many times I've had like patients in the gym that couldn't be any more different, backgrounds or whatever, but they're both jamming to the music, waiting for their turn to walk or whatever. It can definitely unify you. It's all about how you look at things. But yeah, awesome so far. But I think we're gonna get the tail end of the song here yet.
Yeah, he's about to break into it. All right, I'm gonna run this back so we don't miss it just a tad. All right, let's get in.
Remember when the music was a glow on the horizon of the newborn day? And as we sang, the sun come up and chased the dark away. And life was good, for we knew we could. Remember when the music brought the night across the valley as the day went down. And as we hummed the melody, we safe inside the sound. And so we'd sleep to awake with dreams and promises to keep.
Yeah, I seen the harmonica around his neck. I was like thinking the whole time. I was wondering. I was like, man, I hope we get some harmonica to this song. He busted it out right at the end.
Oh, I knew we were getting it. I knew we were
Didn't
getting
leave
it.
me without it. That was awesome.
He wasn't going to do that speech, as heartfelt and serious as it was. He wasn't going to do that with the harmonica on his chest if he wasn't going to use it. I knew it was coming. But I'm happy. I was very satisfied.
It was. It was like the perfect little ending right there, you know. What a beautiful tribute, a beautiful song too. Really had me thinking the lyrics, you know. It was it was just a really beautiful piece all in all. I loved both of them. They were really nice picks, you know, on their own, but like to put them up next to each other. Great job, Secret Joe Space Laser. Thank you so much for that. Great way to open the show, right?
I love a great singer. I love a great musician, but you have to respect people that are great speakers, that are great, at letting you feel the emotion. You know, it's everybody's got their talents, and some people it's disgusting how talented they are. But this was grade A production. I love the order. Great show opener. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for that little block.